Join me as I take on the challenge of training my most stubborn dog with Paul's expert tips. We're going to dive deep into what makes a stubborn dog tick and transform our training journey from a battle of wills into a partnership built on trust and understanding. Training a stubborn dog can be a real test of patience, but with the right approach, it's totally doable. First, let's reframe what we mean by stubborn. Often, what we see as stubbornness is actually a sign of high intelligence, independence, or even just a simple communication breakdown. These dogs aren't trying to be difficult. They're often problem solvers who need to understand the why behind a command. They might be bred for independent work, like hounds that follow a scent for miles, or terriers bred to hunt on their own. Understanding their inherent traits is the first step. Instead of fighting against their nature, we're going to learn how to work it. I've been there, struggling to get my dog to listen and feeling like I'm at my wit's end. You spend hours watching training videos, you buy all the recommended gear, and you feel so hopeful. Then, in the moment, you ask for a simple sit, and your dog just stares at you before walking away to sniff a dust bunny in the corner. It's deflating. But I've learned that it's all about using effective techniques that really speak to your dog. It's about becoming more interesting and more valuable to them than anything else in their environment. We need to shift our mindset from being a commander to being a coach and a partner. One of the biggest challenges I face with my stubborn dog is that he just doesn't seem to listen. This is what trainers call a lack of engagement or competing motivators. That squirrel running across the fence? That's a high-value motivator. The smell of another dog that passed by an hour ago? Super high value. My voice just calling his name? To him, it's often low-value background noise. I'll call him multiple times and he'll just ignore me, like he's not even hearing me. This is a common mistake we make. We poison the cue. By repeating, come, Fido, come, over and over with no result, we're actually training the dog that his name and the cue are meaningless. We have to protect our cues and only use them when we're confident we can get a result. It's frustrating, to say the least. You start to wonder if they're doing it on purpose, if it's a power struggle. And then there are those moments when I finally get him to focus, only to have him decide that he doesn't want to do what I asked. He knows the command. I know he knows it, but he makes a conscious choice not to comply. It's like he's testing me, pushing boundaries to see how far he can go. This is classic problem-solving behavior. The dog is thinking, what happens if I do this instead? If breaking the stay command gets him to the interesting thing he wanted to sniff, then in his mind, he succeeded. Our job is to make our command more rewarding than the alternative. Another challenge is dealing with that frustration that builds up inside. This is, without a doubt, the biggest hurdle for us as owners. Our dogs are emotional sponges. I mean, who hasn't been there, right? You feel your face get hot, you clench your jaw. Maybe you let out a sharp, exasperated sigh. You're trying to get your dog to behave, and they just won't listen. You've asked for a down 5 times, and now he's actively avoiding eye contact. It's like they're doing it on purpose. And in that moment, it feels personal. It feels like disrespect. But I've learned that getting frustrated only makes things worse. The moment you get tense, you've already lost the training session. Your dog doesn't understand your complex human frustration. All he senses is negative, unpredictable energy, which makes him anxious and less likely to engage with you. My dog can pick up on my emotions, and if I'm stressed or angry, he's going to be stressed or angry too. A stressed dog can't learn. His brain literally switches from the learning and problem-solving part to the fight-or-flight part. So, the most important training tool you have is your own calm, confident demeanor. If a session is going poorly, it's better to end it on a simple, positive note, like asking for a sit he knows well, rewarding it, and trying again later. Lack of responsiveness is another huge issue. It's that feeling of being invisible to your own dog. You try to get your dog's attention, and they just don't seem to care. You can call their name, make silly noises, snap your fingers, and get absolutely nothing. It's like they're in their own little world, and you're just not a part of it. This is where we need to build our value. We have to become the source of all good things. This doesn't happen overnight. It's built through hundreds of positive interactions. And that's when it hits you. You need a new approach. A complete system overhaul. You can't keep doing the same things and expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity, right? If calling your dog's name from across the park isn't working, you can't just call it louder. You have to change the entire equation. The thing is, every dog is different, and what works for one dog might not work for another. A food-motivated Labrador might do anything for a piece of kibble, but your independent-minded beagle might only work for a piece of cheese, and only when he feels like it. So you've got to be willing to try new things, to experiment and see what works best for your dog. This means becoming a detective of your dog's desires. What is their ultimate currency? Is it food? If so, what kind? We need to establish a hierarchy of treats. Kibble might be low value, good for easy stuff at home. But for a recall at the park, you need the high-value stuff. Chicken, cheese, hot dogs. This isn't bribery, it's payment for a job well done. When it comes to training a stubborn dog, positive reinforcement is key. This is the foundation of modern, science-based dog training. It's all about rewarding good behavior, rather than punishing bad behavior. Punishment creates fear and anxiety, which shuts down learning. Reinforcement builds confidence and a desire to work with you. It makes the dog think, what can I do to make that good thing happen again? That means using plenty of treats, praise, and affection to encourage your dog to do the right thing. Remember to use a marker word like yes, or a clicker the exact moment your dog does the right thing. The marker tells them, that's it. That's what earned you the reward. The reward then follows immediately after. This clear communication is vital for intelligent dogs. Consistency is also crucial. And I don't just mean being consistent with your rules. I mean being consistent with your training schedule. 5 to 10 minutes, once or twice a day, every single day, is infinitely more effective than one long, frustrating hour on the weekend. Short, fun sessions keep the dog engaged and prevent burnout for both of you. You've got to set clear boundaries and stick to them, so your dog knows what's expected of him. If he's not allowed on the couch, he's never allowed on the couch. If everyone in the family enforces this rule consistently, the dog learns the boundary. If one person lets him up, the rule becomes meaningless, and you've created a maybe in the dog's mind. Stubborn dogs thrive on exploding a maybe. Another thing that's really helped me is engaging activities. We need to provide an outlet for their busy brains. Dogs get bored just like we do, so you've got to keep things interesting. A bored dog is a naughty dog. They'll find their own entertainment, and you probably won't like what they choose. Mental stimulation can be just as tiring as physical exercise. Puzzle toys, snuffle mats, and nosework games are fantastic for this. That might mean trying new games, going on different walks, or even just mixing up the order of your training sessions. Don't always practice sit, then down, then stay. Mix it up. Keep them guessing. This unpredictability makes you more interesting and forces them to pay closer attention. I've had my fair share of breakthrough moments with my stubborn dog, but one that really stands out is when I realized that he was just bored at the same moment. I was using the same dry pillow for the same in the same way. Of course he was tuning me out. So I started mixing things up, trying new things, and suddenly he was engaged. I introduced a clicker for clear communication. I started using tiny bits of grilled chicken as a jackpot reward, and I kept our sessions super short and playful. I turned training into a game we played together, not a chore he had to endure. He was listening, he was learning, and he was even enjoying himself. He started offering behaviors, trying to figure out what I wanted. His eyes were bright and focused on me. He was an active participant in his own training. It was a real turning point for us, and it's a lesson that I've carried forward with all my dogs since. The lesson is this: if your dog isn't listening, it's not their fault. It's our responsibility as their owner and trainer to figure out how to communicate more effectively and how to motivate them successfully. Every dog is different, but at the end of the day, they all want to learn and please their owners. They are social animals who thrive on positive interaction and clear communication. The stubborn dog just has a higher standard for what they consider clear and worthwhile. The transformation in my dog was amazing. Walks became enjoyable instead of a tug of war. He started checking in with me, looking to me for guidance. He went from being this stubborn, unresponsive dog to a confident, well-behaved companion. He wasn't a different dog. He was the same intelligent, independent dog. But now we had a language we both understood. He learned that paying attention to me was the most rewarding thing he could do. And it's not just about the behavior, it's about the relationship you build with your dog. When you finally crack the code, that bond of trust and mutual respect is one of the most rewarding things you can experience. You're not just an owner, you're a team. So, to sum it all up, training a stubborn dog requires patience, the right techniques, and a willingness to adapt. It's about understanding your dog's unique personality and motivations. With positive reinforcement, consistency, and engaging activities, you can make a real difference in your dog's behavior. Remember to manage your own frustration, keep sessions short and fun, and become the most interesting thing in your dog's world. If you've got a stubborn dog at home, I'd love to hear about your experiences. What breed are they? What's your biggest challenge? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you're looking for more advanced dog training techniques, be sure to check out our next video on that topic. We'll be covering specific drills for recall, loose leash walking, and building a rock-solid stay. You won't want to miss it.